Hey, what's up? I bet you didn't think you'd see me again this year. Well, you were almost right. Welcome to our fourth annual Woottons Rockin' New Year's Eve. Let's get this shit started. We're about 3 minutes from the countdown. There's about 3 minutes left in this year. For the first half hour in the show, we're going to talk about where I've been. We're going to talk about why I haven't been podcasting. We're going to talk about what's going on. We're going to talk, and then the second half an hour, we're going to talk about news stories. We're going to talk about some stuff that's been catching my eye and driving me crazy. And we're just going to have a fun, light night. And maybe I'll get back into doing the show after this. Let's fucking do this right. A nice shot of scotch to finish off this fucking terrible year. Oh, there she is. Ah, yeah. We got 4 of these fucking bottles. 4 of them. Let's feel it. I hope you're all with your loved ones right now. Obviously, no one's watching live unless it's the aliens. And I hope you're with your loved one. Hope you're ringing it in well. We got one more shot here. Maybe we'll do 2 shots. This is the last shot of 2022. Oh, we've got 1 minute. The last shot, 1 minute and 30 seconds. By the way, this song is whack. Continue. I got one more shot over there pre-poured. Let's do it. Here we go, guys. We got 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this fucking horrible year. This is a nice shot of scotch right here. Sometimes fucked up shit happens in your life. You can either push don't continue or you can put some more quarters in and push continue. Here's to continuing. What was the last shot? 2022. I gotta tell you a secret. I've been drinking every day for 8 or 9 months. About that. All right, well, we got 30 seconds left in this year. And I just want to say thanks to everyone who's been checking in on the channel, even though nothing new has been posted. I've been thinking about making new content, and I'm looking forward to working with whoever the fuck wants to come back and work with this old drunk. So I just want to say thanks to everybody who ever subscribed and believed in this piece of shit fucking channel and this fucking retard that you see right here. And all I gotta say is I believe in you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy fucking New Year, motherfucker! Woo! Of all the souls that we had and jerking on our cocks, I hope you make me there and don't have to shit talk. Hey! Power outage. This breaking news. Power outage in Los Angeles. Find what will happen. Find out in the new adventure from the Rat Pack Jr., starring in the epic comedy first bong hit of 2023. Death to this year, this old death year. 2022 is dead. It's dead. It just died. First entry. Folks, grab your bong hit. Grab your bong. Let's do the first bong hit and then the first liquor shot of the year, motherfuckers. You got two choices. One, kill yourself. Two, make an attempt to fulfill yourself. And that's what I want all you losers watching to do this year. Because let's face it, if you're watching this broadcast like the host, you are a complete loser. Or a very talented up-and-coming podcaster that I might try to work with. And I've told you to come to this fucking piece of shit channel. Dude, let's fucking do some fucking bong hits. Let's have a drink. And now that it's a new year, let's go ahead and talk about my past shitty year and some goals I have for this year. And then for the last half hour, we'll peek at the news. We're going to keep this one at a nice, clean cut, professional 1 hour show. And I've got a few things on my mind that I want to talk about. So it should be an all right broadcast. Anyway, that song that you just heard was Wax Continue. And I must apologize for not going earlier, I must apologize for not going live half an hour earlier. I had some issues with StreamYard. I probably wouldn't even be doing this right now if it wasn't for StreamYard. But at the same time, before I tried to go live, I tried to do the share screen thing. And I guess it's just too much bandwidth for the old duck logoed fucking StreamYard. If you're just starting out podcasting, if you think it's going to be an easy fucking go and you don't have a lot of stuff, you could try StreamYard. It's for dummies, but I've encountered some issues with them in the past. So, happy fucking New Year, you losers. You're watching a dumbass channel. You're 7 minutes into your new year, and or more if you're watching this in the future, because you probably are. And, you're thinking about your regrets from the last year. You're thinking about how you messed up and all the time you wasted. And all you got to remember is it's done. It's over. That is over. This will be New Year. You can't see it, but this is an alien bong. It's pretty fucking cool. So I want to start out the new year with a shot. Let's do the first shot of 2023. So if you're not counting, I did that first shot. Where is it? I did this first shot. It's empty now. And I did about 2-3 shots before I started this fucking piece of shit show. Woottons Rockin' New Year's Eve. I went to the liquor store. I got 4 bottles today of Ballantine Scotch. Oh, this show brought to you by Ballantine Scotch. It's a very cheap and very high quality Scotch whiskey made from good ingredients. So I would try it out. I have tried a lot of budget Scotch this year. I've been drinking every year since we'll say maybe May. I've been drinking every day since May. Not a lot, just a bit, enough to get through. And I can honestly tell you that I've tried Johnny Walker. I've tried Ballantines. I tried Jameson. Jameson is very expensive. And I've tried, what was that new one I just tried? It was absolutely subpar. What the fuck is it called? I think I've got the bottle over here. Just let me go grab the bottle. Oh, here it is. Dewar's. Let me tell you, I do not recommend Dewar's White Label. I do not recommend Dewar's White Label. I also don't recommend Canadian Club. But I'll tell you, this fucking bottle, Dewar's White Label, it's not a very good bottle. The buzz is kind of like whiskey. Now, if you're a drinker, I wouldn't call myself an alcoholic. I don't like diagnosing my hobbies or vices. Okay, but I would say honestly, if you like to drink and you like to have your drinks and you like to get drunk, you will know not all alcohol is the same. Getting drunk on beer is not the same as getting drunk on scotch or whiskey. Getting drunk on whiskey is not the same as getting drunk on scotch. Getting drunk on vodka, and so on and so forth. Tequila is actually a stimulant. Beer has hops in it, which is found to be, trust me, in my year off of podcasting and doing shows, doing internet reports, I have learned a lot about medicine, alcohol, weed, other things, and I've been trying to take it to the next level. Now, a lot of people might be wondering, where the fuck have I been? Before this goes any further, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the first drink. Since we're 10 minutes into the show, oh, hello, who's ever watching. We're going to take the first drink of 2023, and we're going to take it together. Where the cocksuck is that fucking glass? Here we go. So we got the glass out here. We got a nice vapor pen, a G Pen Pro that I got for Christmas. You can't really see it because of the fucking stupid ass thing, but hold on. This piece of shit. Full of weed, full of hash, full of vapor pen. I got a nice bong. We're just getting fucked up tonight. We're talking about the past year. We're talking about the news. And I'm going to go ahead and take the first shot of 2023. Because 2022 was complete throwaway for me. I'll start off by saying, well, first of all, cheers. Cheers to whoever watches this piece of crap. And I hope your fucking year goes very prosperous this year. Fuck the old year. We're ringing in the new one with Al Woottons Rockin' New Year's Eve. 4th edition. Here's to 2023 not being a piece of shit. Oh! Woo! Well, there we go. Oh, foul. Like I said before, this broadcast is brought to you by Fountains Budget Scotch Whiskey. If you want to drink scotch and you don't have a lot of cash and you don't want garbage, go ahead and try Ballantine Scotch Whiskey. They sponsor the podcast by making cheap, affordable, authentic Scotch whiskey. And if you don't want to drink bullshit like Johnny Walker that cost, $35 a bottle. Oh, wow. Then go ahead and pick up some Ballantines today. I got to say, Low Pro, the famous co-host of this show, the most popular co-host to ever grace the airwaves, right behind Duns O'Donnell's, has just sent me a very nice message. He said, cheers, everybody. So I want everybody to go and check out Low Pro channel. I'm not sure if he still has one, but I love that man, and I hope I can talk to him in the future and work with him. He's a very good dude. And I've come to respect his opinions, and I just got to say to him, I'm sorry for not treating him with the respect or the professionalism that he deserved. He was a very nice fucking dude. He was a very interesting dude. He was a very down-to-earth dude. And I don't know. I haven't had very many professional relationships in my life. And as far as collaborating with people with creative ideas, I fucked that one up. And, I wasn't on point as it could have been. So I love you, Low Pro. I really do. You're a good friend, and I hope you come back on. Have a chat. You can come back on right now. It's open airwaves. You can join. I'll give you a fucking link in the chat, and you can join if you want. Maybe we can have a chat. I've got 4 bottles of and I'm reaching out, buddy. I hope you fucking come on down. And if anybody wants to join and you're watching live, you can go ahead and join at this address. All you have to do at home in your home apartment or shitty little house, or if you live in China, all you got to do is type in this address that is appearing now on your screen if you're watching the podcast visually, and you too can be part of this wonderful conversation that's taking place. Let's see. Low Pro says, what's up, brother? Happy New Year. Hey, buddy. Honestly, man, I'm glad that this year's over. Like I was trying to say before, this year I've had 3 or 4 people that I was very close to end up dying. And I had to take the year off. Honestly, I couldn't keep fucking doing this shit. I wasn't in the right space of mind. And I just got to say sorry to everybody who wanted to see some shit from me. I've got plenty to stay still. But I just had to take some time off. And, I've really realized there is a hole in my life that's filled by bitching about the news and proposing solutions and pretending I'm better than everybody and making jokes, cheap jokes, racial jokes, hard jokes, jokes that attack stereotypes, jokes that attack women, jokes that attack people of color, jokes that attack transgender individuals, jokes that attack liberals, jokes that attack right-wing people. I just like to make jokes. I like to make people feel bad. And if I don't do it in a positive, constructive way, I get my ass kicked saying something to some tough guy at the mall. And I don't know about you, but these shit-colored chiclets are all I've got. I can't afford more teeth. But yes, suffice to say, I lost two uncles this year. I lost a young child in our family, and I lost an aunt. So I lost a lot of people this year, and you can make all the excuses you want, but when it comes down to it, if you don't feel the material you're doing, if you don't really want to do it, you're not going to do a good job. So I took the year off basically, and I've seen a lot of stuff in the news, especially about Canada, my home country here. I'm living in Ottawa, Ontario, and I've seen a lot of stuff in the news, and I've been doing some research about certain laws and all this stuff, and I've really wanted to comment for a while. And I think 2023 is going to be the year that I really pop as an individual. By speaking about the shit that I have thought about. And, I think we'll get into that in a few minutes. But one of the things is, I remember back in it must have been 2016. And there was an article in the newspaper about a government official that was applying for a concealed carry firearms license because they've gotten threats from certain political groups and certain people, and they felt threatened. Now, if you're a Canadian, and you're more on the, I wouldn't even say right wing, I wouldn't even say conservative, but I'm going to have to because I don't know how else to describe where I might stand. If you're kind of on the right side of politics in Canada, and you believe that individuals should be able to protect themselves with firearms and guns in general, or as I like to put it, the most technically advanced means of self-defense there is, I think people should be able to use what's most advanced, whether it's a laser gun or a fucking crossbow. You might be looking at the news and thinking, wow, they're trying to, first they were trying, oh, we just want to take the assault rifles. Oh, we just want to take the shotguns and the pistols. Well, now we're going to take everything that you need for hunting. It's pretty clear what they're doing. They're trying to disarm the Canadian population. So I found something in the law that basically said that if you are threatened, you can apply for a concealed carry license for self-defense. And this is a law that's currently in effect in Canada. And all you need to do is apply to the board of firearm, whatever. You need to prove that you're reasonably in danger. So and you need to prove that the police cannot protect you. Now, when there's a terrorist attack in Canada, and a guy last year goes on a mass shooting spree, the biggest mass killing in Canadian history. I think it was 14 or 12. It wasn't very many, and rest their souls, whatever. And it sucks that they died, but it wasn't very many people. It might have been as high as 24 people. And this was the biggest mass killing in Canadian history. And it was a guy with a pistol and Molotov cocktails. Now, you're telling me that the law says that if you're saying you can't be defended by the police, that you deserve a firearm. Well, I would say there's a pretty good case for everybody in Canada who's not within a 10 fucking minute walk of a firearm for self-defense rights. Because you know what? The cops have proven that they can't keep us safe. The cops have proven that they take priority over people who own fucking restaurants and banks and all this bullshit than me and you, the fucking average Canadian citizen. So that's one of the things that really set me off. And that is in the law right now. You don't feel the police can protect you. You should be, it says you're allowed to apply for a firearms permit. So, what are we to do? I have come to two conclusions in the last year without commenting on shit, without doing podcasts, without doing all that. I've come to the conclusion that I don't fit any little group. His name is James Corbett of the CorbettReport.com. An Albertan, a Canadian, expat, which means expatriate. He used to live in Canada. He moved to Japan over 10 years ago. He's got a hot Japanese wife and 2 little Japanese kids. He's doing all right, but he still considers himself a Canadian, kind of, sort of, not really. And all I got to say is he basically taught me that paying too much attention to politics, paying too much attention to the news and all that stuff is really just a waste of your time. I want to ask you a critical question. Do you think that Elon Musk votes? Do you think that Elon Musk votes Republican or what's the other one? Democrat? I don't think so. I think that there'll be a waste of someone who's a billionaire's time. So if a billionaire doesn't vote and you vote, do you think that your vote even counts? Because if a billionaire's vote doesn't count, why does your vote count? So that's what I'm saying is the real answer to this issue with fake democracy or whatever the fuck we're dealing with in Canada and the United States is really to vote with your dollar. And what do I mean by that? If you, sorry, we cut out for a second. If you have a modest income, well, if you've got any kind of savings at all, $1,000, $500, you should be just going on with the cutouts. If this is choppy afterwards, I'm going to complain to StreamYard. If you have $500, I'll start a small business, hire people who don't have opportunities, and give them an opportunity to make money. But instead, we're told, get a minimum wage job, fight for the minimum wage being higher, and that's what you need to do as a fucking Canadian. Oh, and vote every 4 years. You know what you need to do if you want to change the world? You need to have money. And if you want to have money, you know what you're going to have to do? Work your ass off, sweat your ass off, and here's a little secret. Ask JFK's dad. You got to bend the rules a little bit. What does that mean? That's open for interpretation. I'm not telling anybody to break the law. I'm not telling anybody to do anything that could get them thrown in jail. What I'm telling people is people cheat on their taxes legally. People make investments where some people would look at that and say, oh, that's unethical. You're paying someone minimum wage to clean houses and you're making $50, $300 off them and you're only paying them $150. That is what economy is. And the sooner that you can realize in your head, sure, you might be taking advantage of someone, but you're providing an opportunity. But what I was trying to say before I went off topic is I became an anarchist this year. I realized that all forms of government, no matter if it's liberal, conservative, NDP, which stands for New Democratic Party, whether it's whatever, Green Party, whatever, whether it's lesbian, gay, transgender alliance, none of that shit matters. What matters is all forms of government are illicit because they seek to control you. Government at gunpoint needs to stop. They think that they can just come with a gun and tell you to pay taxes. And it doesn't make any sense. You got to pay taxes on your income. You got to pay taxes on your fucking property. You got to pay taxes on your fucking sales. If you buy a chocolate bar. So when do we end this stuff? Anyway, I'm going to go take my first urination break. Unfortunately, I think Low Pro dipped off the stream. But that's okay. I'm glad to see Low Pro is still crawling around the tunnels. I think his real name is Steve, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Steve, Low Pro Steve. And he's a really cool dude. And I'm just sorry that I didn't give him the respect he deserved. What can I say? I'm a fucking low-life, degenerate, fucking alcoholic scumbag. So let's take a fucking another bong hit. And then I'm going to put a song on while I take a bathroom break. And like I said, we're only going to 1 hour. So I hope some people pop on here and have some fun. But to finish that thought, this year in 2022 was valuable to me because this is the year that I really did become an anarchist. And I said, all these forms of government are illicit. All of them lead to the same results. All these voting factions is what I'm going to start calling them. All these voting factions, they want you to believe in incremental gains. Small incremental gains. We won't do this, but we'll still do that. Oh, we'll get you the right to have pistols back, but not firearms as a self-defense right. Oh, we'll get you all the rights you had before the liberal government took over and removed your firearms rights. But, we're not going to give you the right to self-defend yourself. It's called incremental fucking gains. And I like to refer to it as pendulum politics. They swing so far to the left, they swing so far to the right. They swing so far to the left, and each time they swing, they're swinging further left and right. They're swinging further and harder. And you get to the point where each swing, it gets to the full end of the spectrum, and you're not even talking left and right anymore. You're talking totalitarian. Doesn't matter if it's left, doesn't matter if it's right, doesn't matter if it's middle, doesn't matter if it's up or down. All government in all its forms are illicit. Now, that's not to say that all forms of organization are illicit. Human beings like to organize themselves since the days of tribes in small groups. They like to have some kind of voting rights. But that doesn't mean government at gunpoint. That doesn't mean 51% of the population voted that you should pay me 92% of your income and not be able to own anything. And now that's the law. So, I think democracy is completely flawed. I think it's captured, and I think it's stupid. And honestly, I would say right now, if I had to state what I am, I'd say I'm an anarchist Republican, which means I would believe that nobody has the authority except for the people. And the only authority that you really have over someone else's life is if you want to shoot them. And if you and 25 fucking people want to shoot somebody because you think that they're a child molester, you can go and fucking shoot them. But you know what? Doesn't mean it's true. Doesn't mean it's right. But you know what? Would it be better than the system we have now? Maybe. I would like to see the old West return to the world. But anyway, I'm going to take this bong hit. And as promised, maybe we'll do 15 minutes of news, and I'll do 15 minutes of talking about my sweet, sweet self. And then we'll end this show because I'm only going to do an hour. I'm not putting out hours and hours and hours. If I'm making a return to podcasting in 2023, and I think I will be because nothing's more important and nothing builds power more than media, take that as you will, interpret it as you might. There's an evil force in Canada, and there's a pathetic fake resistance. And I'm pretty sick of the fake resistance. And not only the fake resistance, but I'm sick of people. I'm not sick of them, but I'm annoyed at people who think that they're fighting the system. They think that they're rebels. They think that they're counterculture, but then they go ahead and want to work inside the system. There's two core principles that I've adopted in the last 12 months, and a big part of the reason why I haven't been doing the videos. There's anarchy, which is, law of the jungle and self-organization. And then there is agorism. And what is agorism? Agorism is navigating around the financial systems of control and just basically not paying taxes, not paying fee to register your daughter's lemonade stand, not paying a license fee to register your cannabis business. Let's say I know a couple don't, and I know a couple places who definitely don't pay a registration fee that deliver cannabis to people's doors, and it's great, and that's what you should be doing. Fuck these people. Oh, you want $10,000 for an administration fee? I'm sick of this shit. So in 2023, what am I going to focus on doing? I'm going to focus on bringing my core values and principles not only to my audience, but hopefully to the wider Ottawa audience. I live in Ottawa. I live in the capital, so-called, of Canada, and I should be able to influence some change. So, I'm a little sick of being do nothing nobody, and I kind of want to get into the game because I see that the opponents that I would have to face in any kind of political sphere, and I don't believe in the voting. I don't believe in the system of fucking control. I don't believe in this fake fucking government that's actually a cartel that's posing as legitimate government. I don't believe in it. I'm done with it. But I've seen some few things in the last few months that have really tempted me to want to get into the political arena, not to be elected to their systems of control, but to just get my ideas out there, to reach a wider audience, and to maybe build a collective of people that actually want to talk about these common sense things that should not be perhaps laws, but perhaps values for the public. And if we discussed values in Canada instead of, what we think should be law, we would go a lot further. Your power as an individual does not lie in your ability to pull a fucking lever on a fucking one-handed slot machine voting system and vote in a rigged election that's counted by computers. That's not where your power as a human being rests. That's not why the government fears people organizing on a legitimate level. Your power lies in your ability to create equity with your sweat, to create value. Let's say some hobo goes and makes a bunch of corn liquor. and it's good, and it doesn't hurt anybody, but he gives people that are living in the shelters jobs. Let's say he gives them 30% of the liquor that they sell. So for $50, if they sell $50 for the liquor, they would get $15 commission, maybe a little bit more if the person's really generous and they like their hustle. But the government would tell you that that is counterfeiting liquor. That's the bad thing. The government does not give you the option to get a free license, to test your alcohol for free, to see that it doesn't contain any harmful contaminants. All that the government wants, municipal, federal, and the third one that I don't give a fuck about. Federal, municipal, I keep losing connection here because of StreamYard. Anyways, the government, if they really cared, they would test your alcohol. They would see that it's not bad. They would give you a license and they would tax you. But that's not what they want. What the federal government is, whatever, in Ontario and Canada, what they want is they want you to pay a tribute to them. Like a, I hate to use this word because I'm Italian, but mafia, like a cartel. They're not concerned with the benefit of the people. They're concerned with the payment and the authority complex and the structure of authority. If someone starts selling liquor and they prove they can make liquor in their house, why are you going to go and work at Home Depot? Why the fuck are you going to work at Tim Hortons or Amazon if you can sit at home and grow dope and make fucking corn liquor moonshine and make a ton of money? Because that's generation of value. If you could stay at home and make a fucking pizza and sell it to somebody and it doesn't make them sick and it makes them full and it gives them nutrition and it's not garbage, better than McDonald's, you are called a criminal in Canada and America. You need to pay me $3,000 before you open your racket. You want to sell pizza? You want to sell pies? You want to sell chocolate chips and fucking ice cream? You gotta give me a taste. You want to fucking sell anything on my block? You better give me a cut. And I want a tribute, and I want you to kiss my fucking ring. And if you don't kiss my ring, you know what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to send people to your house. They're going to kick in your fucking door. They're going to take you to a cage, and they're going to throw you in a cage. So you can pay me my money. You can make things good. You can pay the fee. You can pay the tribute. You can give me the respect that I deserve. I'm Justin fucking Trudeau. I'm Jagmeet Singh. I deserve respect. And if I don't get that respect from you, I will put you in a cage and I will piss on your face. That's what the government is. And that's why I've adopted anarchy this year. And that's why I think that any attention that you pay to the news, and this is someone who's going to plan to cover the news, any attention you pay to the news, to the media, to politics and the mainstream is wasted time, and it's actually you falling into a weaponized version of information. What would you call it? Economy, the economy, information economy. It's you falling victim to as much as, listen, one more statement before I go piss and I'll play a song or something. As much as I don't like Middle Eastern people and the fucking Muslim religion and all this bullshit, and as much as I think that we should limit fucking immigrants' fucking ability to purchase land. By the way, did you hear that in the news? That's one story I'm going to cover, hopefully, before I hop off here, is immigrants are not allowed for the next 2 years, as of now, New Year's Day, to purchase property. I think it's a great thing, but you got to think, if a liberal government enacted that, what is their motivation? There's got to be a sneaky motivation. That's how these people think. They're not actually going to do something good that people actually want in this country or any other country. That's not how New World Order politics works. That's not how the cartel operates. Anyways, I got to take a piss. I've taken a shot this year, and I took a shot last year, and now I have to pee. I'm sad Low Pro didn't pop on, but again, I was an asshole to that dude. I've been an asshole to a lot of my friends. A lot of my friends I've been really good to, and they fucked me still. So I don't know. All I can say is I'm a mortal man. I make mistakes, and I wish I did better. I wish I did better for myself. But if you don't make mistakes and admit to them, you can't grow. So I'm hoping to grow in 2023. I'm hoping to get better. We're gonna take a fucking bong hit. We're gonna fucking hit up a song. I haven't planned any of this shit. I just wanted to pop on here because I'm not gonna miss a year. Here, we're gonna put on "Walking in the Rain" by Clockwise. Now, Clockwise is a compilation of wax and an artist named Dumbfound Dead. Dumbfound Dead. And I'm going to go ahead and play it now because it's a good fucking song. But I got to take a piss and I'm going to take a bong it. I can't focus with urine in my bladder. You guys missing me? You guys actually want me to come back this year? Go ahead and leave a like on this video, a comment, something. Give me some fucking love, you fucking hobo cocklickers. You missed me? I haven't missed you pieces of shit except for Low Pro and that English guy. I used to fucking do collabs with an English guy that me and Low Pro did a collab with, and that's the one I miss. Oh, and there's like 2 or 3 other reviews that I miss because you're actually cool. I gotta take a piss, boys. First bong hit of 2023. Hit a bong with me. Don't be a bitch. Smoke a bong. Show respect. Come on, nigga. Come on, nigga. Enjoy the song. It's good.
I'll ever feel bad this time. I'm trying not to calm down. Thumbs down to that. Never again am I gonna do that. I keep walking, getting wetter as I stroll through the heaven-sent cold cleanser to the soul. On the bender till my cold body's tossed in the hole. I used to have lofty goals, now I've lost control. Moving in whatever direction I'm tilted at. Full speed ahead, the demeanor of my head wasn't built for that. Freedom is a relative word. I see its definition as I stare up at a flying by bird. Little drops pelt my eyeballs. What a long brain as the rain from the sky falls. Walking in the rain, pocket full of change. Got to get a bottle for the pain. To wash it all away, I'll try. If I could only stay this high, I wouldn't be concerned with whether I live or die. Soaking in the rain, hoping for a change. But now I'm rolling up a chain. Smoke it all away and fly. If I could only stay this high, I wouldn't be concerned with whether I live or die.
Rapping so hard. Nobody cares. Looking up to the sky. Nobody's there. Nobody's asking how I'm fucking doing. How the fuck am I gonna get fucking through it? Get a fucking bottle from the liquor store every few days. Motherfucker telling me I drink too much. Change my ways. I don't care. I laugh. Then I yell and say the staff is pressuring me not to drink much as I do. Telling me I should not fucking show respect when I'm rolling in with the crew. Buying a bunch of balls. What am I, a fucking Jew? I love this place. Don't fucking show me any disgrace or disrespect. Don't discourage my drinking. I got myself in check. I drink lots of Scotch whiskey. That's why the fucking fairies kiss me. Yeah, I still got the fucking freestyling chops. I'm willing to freestyle rap battle anybody. But another part of the reason I ain't been podcasting for the last year, I don't want to put out garbage like this anymore. This is the New Year's Eve fucking party. You know how much effort I put into this broadcast? Nothing. So let me bring up something fun while I take this second drink of New Year's Eve. Look at this fucking dirty old Scotch liquor drink. Scotch liquor! Scotch liquor! Time to go to school! Probably noticed I've grown a beard. That's coming off probably tonight. I'm probably going to shave that off tonight. I want to give a big shout out to We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. If you like my show, if you like smoking, if you don't think that you smoke those other fucking motherfuckers on the fucking row of fucking shit. That's right. Then you should probably check out We Don't Smoke the Same. Another good podcast I've been watching a lot this year is We Might Be Drunk with Sam Morrell and what's the other guy's name? Mark Norman. Basically, they just get drunk on camera and talk about shit. And the other show I mentioned, We Don't Smoke the Same, they basically get drunk, they basically smoke dope, and they do fucking nitrous oxide hits out of balloons, and they just talk about shit. And if you don't have friends, if you don't have a lot of friends, if you don't have a lot of social, if you don't have a big social circle, I think that these are two shows that'll really help you feel like you're connecting to some people with a real set of real values and ideas. And it's just like hanging out with people. So, you know, part of what I want to do for, 2020, I just stopped this fucking stupid ass fucking song, by the way. Part of what I want to do for the next year is obviously provide a place where people can come and talk and chill. We're at 41 minutes. We're going to end in 20 minutes. I hope you all are ready. But another part of it is, I want to provide the news. So we're going to, but here's the thing is when people try to do the news and comedy, that's the other thing I want to do is work on my jokes and stuff. When people try to combine the news and comedy, it really turns into shit. And it's not funny and it's not informative and it's not nothing. So what I'm going to try to do is have two separate types of programming on this channel. One, the news, critiques of the news, maybe light jokes thrown in, because obviously you got to keep people interested. And then real chill podcasts where we just talk about stuff. We talk about movies, we talk about shows, we talk about pop culture, we talk about fun things, getting stoned, how to get stoned, how to get drunk, how to fucking make some wine at home and maybe make some cheap, delicious drinks for yourself. These kinds of things. Building your life, not being helpless. I'm going to vote for fucking Pierre Poilievre. I'm going to vote for Pierre Poilievre and change Canada. No, you're not, bitch. You ain't shit. You're a bitch. Look at how greasy I look. I look like a fucking piece of shit from 1812. Hey there, you're going to get your asshole ridden by a man with no teeth. So anyways, you know what? We've got about 17 minutes. I'm going to take this drink. I'm going to smoke a few more bong hits. We're going to check out the news, and that'll be the broadcast. I was going to start by saying I'm not sure if I'm going to even do a show tonight, this and that. But I'm definitely coming back to podcasting this year. I'm going to be making more professional, commercialized videos that actually have value, that actually bring a unique, independent point of view, that actually give you some kind of value outside of what your normal people will do and what your normal people will try to sell you. I like Jimmy Dore a lot. I've watched his videos for a long time. He's probably one of the people that has influenced me the most. Do I like what he's saying about fucking Russia and Ukraine? Not really. Do I like what he says about firearms? Definitely not. Do I like what he says about, weed and Medicare and healthcare? Yeah. If you're going to tax people, you might as well let them smoke dope, and you might as well give them free healthcare, because otherwise, what the fuck are you getting for your taxes? Jacked off! But that's America. That's not Canada. My official stance on taxes is they're illicit. They're basically government at gunpoint at its finest. Either you pay us or you don't make shit. And in America, either you pay us or you go to jail. This needs to stop. If there is any kind of government going forward into the future, into the end of this year, especially in Canada, because I'm not American, I don't have any say in America, it needs to be voluntary. If you're paying taxes, if you're opting into a system of healthcare, it needs to be voluntary. If I myself want to take a year off paying taxes because I don't think I'm going to need to see the doctor at all, and if I see the doctor, I'll pay cash, Why shouldn't I, as a free man, be able to opt out of that? Well, because government at gunpoint is government in the whole, and all government is government at gunpoint, and that's why I don't like government. And that's why I'm done with government. And that's why if I did run for some kind of office or position, it would be on the outright fucking stance of anarchy. No one deserves to tell you what to do. No one. And if I don't like what you're doing and you live in my neighborhood, I reserve the right to come and fucking kill you. How does that sound? Do you think that that'll keep everybody in check? If the only fucking vote that I have over you is fucking taking your life, you might not think so at first. After you think about it for a few minutes, you'll realize, hey, if 12 of the men in a fucking small town don't like people making meth in their fucking neighborhood, they're going to go and shut them down. Well, if you don't realize that, then you don't realize the law of the jungle. You know? I mean, I could go on about it forever. Let's just have some fun. We've got about 14 minutes left in this broadcast, and then I'm done. And if I do anything else, it'll be a part 2 or it'll be something else. But I am coming back to the YouTube podcasting sphere this year. It's probably not going to be mainly on YouTube because it's very censored, but there's other places. There's Rockin, there's fucking Odyssey, there's fucking other ones, BitChute. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play one more. We're going to, oh boy, the stream keeps cutting out. And then we're going to look at some news articles. Maybe we'll go 5-10 minutes past. And that's it. We're going to wrap it up for me and my New Year's Eve party number 3. Is it 3? Is it 4? I don't even care anymore. I'm just glad we got on here and we did this. We got our toes back in the water. And we did have one live viewer, Low Pro. And I really appreciate Steve Low Pro. He's a good fucking dude. And I just want all the viewers to know, if this is in the future, whatever, this ends up becoming like a legacy kind of a video. The breakup of me and Low Pro, a.k.a. Steve, was my fault. I didn't show up half the time that I said I was going to show up, even before I lost my loved ones. And, you know, it was just me not carrying the ball properly. What can I say? I've had about 2 or 3 jobs in my life, and I've been fired from 2 of them. One of them I didn't really technically get fired from. So I'm not a great worker with people, but I definitely do want to work with people. And I got to say my drives for this year are comedy and professional development. And when I get back, I'll talk for 5 minutes about my business ideas and my schemes and how I view the fucking business world that we live in here in America and Canada. And then we'll go on to some news segments for the last 10, 12 minutes of the show. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. And if you are Dunzo Donalds, I want to talk to you. If you are Low Pro Steve McGee, I really want to talk to you. If you are that English guy whose name eludes me, I'm so sorry for it because he was the best fucking guest we've ever had on the show. I want to talk to you. British dude, I want to talk to you. I don't remember your fucking name, but I remember you were a cool dude, British dude. Anyways, I'm going to take a piss. I'm going to put a song. What do you think? I should take the shot first? What do you call me, a coward? We're almost 1 hour into the new year. And I just want to say thanks for watching this shit. Because if you did, you're a real bitch. You like my hat? It's my fedora. I only wear it for special occasions. Well, what are we going to play on the shit box? I'll play you a song called Blue Spinach from Wax and Herbal Tea featuring Eugenic. And I'm going to take a piss after the shot. But I've another thing I've wanted to do this year is like this. Yeah, I want to start a pirate radio station where we play not only wax, but we play classic rock, classic disco, classic reggae, classic rap, everything. I'm going to call it 420 FM, and I want to bring some of the classics, some of the back albums on the and that's what I want to do this year. Music, the news, my own personal businesses, and fuck around, feel good podcasting like this. Those are my goals for this year. Oh, and also I want to have a baby, but you know, it's probably not going to happen. That brings me to my third and final personal story. of how I met some girl that might be catfishing. But I'll get to that after this drink and a pee-pee in the turlet, boys. Grab Jaya. Shout out to all my loyal viewers. You're coming to the top with me. If I recognize you from the beginning, you're coming to the top with me. If I become Joe Rogan type numbers for Canada, you're coming to the top with me. Grab Jaya. Grab Jaya. I'll smoke this fucking vapor pen when I get back. The G Pro Plus or whatever the fuck. Yeah! Now sing along if you know the motherfucking chorus, bitch.
Cause the radio ain't fucking with no shit like this, so we just keep it on the down low secretly. Yeah. I thought we already talked about this. I thought this was the subject of a previous discussion. Fiesta, duck sleep like a siesta. It's the dude you heard went away for a while. You can give me an inch, but I'm taking a mile. I gotta stop.
What the fuck's up, you low life scumbags? Click off. Click off this video right now. Second shot of 2023. Then I'm gonna take a piss. Radio spin cycle, bringing it better than it's ever been brought. Must be genetic because it's never been taught. At the live shows, the whole crowd remains standing, taking their hands and putting them on. Ooh! Barely survived that one. This show brought to you by Ballantyne's Scotch Whiskey. If you want a good whiskey for cheap, drink Ballantyne's. Don't be a bitch. All right, we'll be right back after this commercial break. I'm going to take a piss and fill my water bottles. And if you don't want to wait, I'll piss off. If you would like to join the show, please go ahead and copy this into your browser, and I will add you to the screen. Shit like this, so we just it's crazy like grandma pushing the Hoover in the street. I don't play around, I see these two on repeat. The grooving is sweet, got you bitches moving your feet. Who is the E? Who is he? Who do we be? The dude with the sickest flow if you already didn't know. Watch out if you keep provoking me. I'm back live with a scene like a BGO movie. You don't want to fuck with the Q-tip. Having another drink, having another sink, and I don't know where the fucking boat's gonna sink or stink. Motherfucking whiskey is pot. And if you're asking me what the fuck I got, pull up a chair and sit right there.
Never heard a hit like this, cause the radio ain't fucking with no shit like this, so we just keep it on the down low secretly.
You ain't never heard a tune like this, cause the radio ain't fucking with no shit like this. Unload some hash into my bong. Take a hit from this fucking cocksucker. Oh, is there hash here? I don't know. Whatever. I'll just smoke some dope. Oh, no, there's the hash. There's the hash. We've located the hash, Houston. We're all good. Oops, I left my hat over there. Oh, you can see my sexy haircut. You know, one of the things I wanted to say was, you know, what did I see? We're going to hop off to the news there in about 3 minutes. We'll spend the last 10 minutes. Looking at some news stories, and I might start another broadcast and be called the Drunk Cast. Just smoke some dope and talk some shit on the news. But I'm probably gonna bring back. I'm probably gonna bring back or start a new show rather called the Morning Update or something like that. And basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the subscriptions. We're gonna get my subscriptions news feed, and I'm gonna have 2 or 3 drinks in me. It's gonna be the morning, probably 2 or 3 p.m. So it's gonna be the lunchtime news. And basically, I'm going to critique all the stories. I might watch them on a fast forward. We'll probably out it at a hard 30 minutes, maybe 60 minutes if people start showing interest at that time of day. But we'll probably do a very succinct 30 minutes because normally I like to do these long stretched out podcasts and not a lot gets said. And if you're not bringing value to your audience, you're just masturbating on camera, and you might as well get an OnlyFans, is what many wise people have said. That being said, and the comments about masturbation being quite clear, I'm going to go ahead and take a bong hit from his fucking mighty bong. It's an alien face. My mom got this for me for Xmas there, and I'm really disappointed because of the green screen. You can't see his face. He's got it's a classic alien, but he's got mad dimples on his forehead. So, all right. Well, let's do this. If you're watching at home on the Read broadcast, man, this guy's as famous as Joe Rogan, and now he just used to just do solitary podcast by himself, smoking bongs. What happened? You know what happened? Believing in yourself. Believing in myself. I'm gonna go watch We Don't Smoke the Same after this shit. That's my favorite podcast of the year. We Don't Smoke the Same. I love them. Shout out to my beaner homies, my fucking Mexican homies. I love you guys. You guys have basically saved my life multiple times. Bong hits. Let's do this shit. Then we're going to take a peek at the news and see what the fuck's popping on the fucking subscriptions channel. Fuck it. Smoking that hash in the new year. You know what my mom got me for I almost said Halloween. For Christmas, my mom got me a bag of legal hash with a Canadian postage stamp and everything, or duty paid stamp. I remember in 2018, 17, whatever it was, when we first started smoking legal dope, which I don't usually do. It's too expensive and it's toxic. And hash was still legal. Concentrates and edibles were illegal. Now we can go to a head shop and buy 2.7 grams of hash for $25. Why do they ever waste a minute? Oh, we got to test the hash. Oh, we got to make sure it's safe. It's bullshit. We all know hash is safe. We've been smoking hash for 1,000 years. Who the fuck are you kidding? That's why I got to say, paying attention to the government, to the news, to any of this bullshit is a waste of your time. So I'll do it vicariously. I'll do it once in a while, but I'll always be pointing out in my channel, in my show, in my gift to the world. Ultimately, paying attention to the news and politics is a waste of time. You should consider yourself, every human being watching this, even a cat or a dog or a chipmunk, you should consider yourself a country. In anarchy, in the form of anarchy that I envision, everyone is a fucking country. Every person, an independent that can fucking do their own fucking business. And I'm sick and tired of the government telling me that I gotta be in their system. I don't want to be in your system. You guys are a bunch of hacks. Your policies don't make any sense. You contradict yourselves constantly, whether fucking left, right, or center. You're always trying to fuck us. And you know what? you quickly come to the conclusion, if you're a real warrior-minded person like myself, if you believe that every aspect of your life is war, from the moment you're born to the moment you be able to stand and your mom's not taking care of you anymore, to the moment you die, you'll realize politics is like war with words. Politics is basically war with words. The people at the other end, 90% of the time, do not want to fucking cooperate with you. They do not want to get along. All they want to do is have a warfare with other means. They can't shoot you in the face. They can't club you to death. They can't stick you under a cross and crucify you. So what they want to do is crucify you in the court of public opinion and fucking kill you on the fucking stage of politics. And I'm sick of it. Listen, everybody can, if Donald Trump was for real, everybody could think Donald Trump was an asshole. 75% of people could think Donald Trump was an asshole. But if Donald Trump was for real, he could take the 25% of America that believes in him hardcore. He could build up a solid movement in certain states, a collective, if you will. And he could show the rest of America and the rest of the world that when people are allowed to be free, when people are allowed to do what they want to do and don't have to pay taxes and aren't forced to follow rules and don't have to license their fucking pizza shop for $5,000. Are you fucking kidding me? I can make pizza. I can make pizza right now. I'm a fucking dirty, degenerate, drunk loser. Do you think that you could trust me to make a pizza and you buy it in my house? Or do you think it would have diseases and bugs in it and fucking scabs and fucking hairs in it? By the way, I'm going to shave very soon. I wouldn't have this beard if I was the owner and operator of a pizza shop. That's just a little disrespectful. This is what you'd call a solemn beard. It's a beard that the Greeks used to grow. But if I didn't have this beard and mustache, would you trust me to make you a pizza? Of course you would. The government wants to give them a money and stick the finger up my ass just to have a pizza place. Anyways, I guess I'll go into for 5 minutes. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to set a timer too because that's the professional level we're at. I guess for the next 5 minutes, I'll talk about where I plan to go this year, what I want to do with this channel, what I want to do business-wise, and for the last 7 minutes, I'll do news because we're already over budget on our time. So yeah, for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to talk about what I've been doing in the last year and where I want to go this year. So in the last year, like I said before, I've had 3 people die that were really close to me. 2 of those people were pretty close. They were big figures in my life, but they weren't as important as the last person. And the last person to pass was very young, and they passed before their time. And it's really taken a toll on me. And I just haven't really been able to come myself to anything else. And you know, it comes back to haunt me at nighttime or whenever I try to go to sleep. You know, the facts of how they died, how their last, you know, what their agony was like. Maybe they were thinking they were going to go home. Maybe they if you've ever been sick like me, I've always thought to myself, like, am I even going home? Shit. And I've been thinking to myself, am I even going home? And, you know, it's just scary and it's terrifying. Someone that you loved's last few minutes in life and thinking that they thought they were going to go home. They had no idea what was going on. And when you think about doctors, especially in the last year of coronavirus and, you know, in general, because doctors do this all the time. I have this fucking StreamYard. Sorry, the connection is kind of shitty. I have a cousin. I'm not going to mention them by name, but they've had cancer for 5 years. Cancer that normally would get you in 2 years. And I've learned recently that people with medical illnesses, they get tapered off with morphine. They basically get overdosed with morphine and die. A lot of people Hey, get out of there! Hey, get out of there! Get the fuck out of there! Fucking idiot. My apologies. I've got cats I gotta deal with. You know, a lot of people, so like I was saying, a lot of people with cancer and other diseases, they get overdosed on morphine, and that's how they die. They don't die from the cancer, they don't die from the disease, whatever. They die from morphine. Now, in the news, there's been a lot of news about veterans, heroes, people who've served the military, regardless, served this country that's very rich, needing stair lifts, needing certain kinds of therapies, needing small things that would cost the government money, and they're being offered assisted suicide, medical assistance in death, or MAID, if you will. So our heroes that are protecting our freedom are being offered to fucking die early with mercy instead of being given a chairlift to go upstairs or, coverage for a certain, who knows? There's probably a lot more than, there's been about 7 fucking things. There's probably a lot more than 7 people, veterans even, let alone normal Canadians, that are dealing with debilitating stuff that they just need a simple grant from the government when we pay out the asshole for taxes. And they're told, well, we can offer you medical assistance in death. So they're being told, kill yourself instead of us giving you the stuff. Have you considered killing yourself? It'd be a lot cheaper. And it just goes to show you, whether it's, you look at Ukraine. I don't know how much the Canadian government has given to Ukraine. I tend to try and unplug from these things I have no control over because it drives me insane. But the U.S. government has given multiple billions to Ukraine. I'm pretty sure the Canadian government has given a couple billion. And you got to ask yourself, if they can give this much money to Ukraine on the drop of a dime, why can't they end homelessness? Cancer. Cancer can stupid fucking thing. Sorry, there's a connection issue, technical difficulties. So yeah, cancer as a disease can be large-scale treated, possibly even cured with cannabis oil, cannabis extracts, and something called RSO, rhabdomycin, which is basically a integral boil down of all the medicinal properties of cannabis. It can be extracted and it can be used to cure people with cancer. Little children who die of leukemia every year, but they don't actually die of leukemia. They actually die of radiation. But people get cancer every year. Kids get cancer every year. There is a drug that grows in the ground. That's our 5-minute timer. That cures cancer. And it's being restricted. It's legal. Weed's been legal since 2018. But it's not being given to the population to cure cancer. There's zero research into it. Zero research, I would wager. And it's just disgraceful. Health Canada requires you to try every other opportunity to heal yourself, radiation, lumpectomies, cutting out the cancer, before you try weed and you get it covered. You get it covered. But there's much more money to be made on chemotherapy. I've lost a lot of people in my life to cancer. I almost lost my mom. Somehow she's still alive. When are we going to say, as Canadians, when are we going to say no to the oncology racket in this country? When are we going to say no to people trying to make money off people with epilepsy, cancer, all kinds of cancer? Heaven forbid, people with fucking autism, little kids with ADHD. When are we going to say no to the medical industry that wants to give them meth? You can give a fucking 7-year-old with ADHD, you can give them meth. But if you talk about giving them THC and CBD, people will lose their minds. You want to give a 7-year-old THC? We need to put him on meth. What are you talking about? I speak as someone who was force-fed meth as a kid. Force-fed methamphetamines as a kid. I think that if someone is hyper, it would serve them a lot better to be on a small dose of something that grows in the ground than an analog of something that grows in the ground that's perfected and purified. Not a lot of people know speed actually does grow in the ground, and it grows on a root or something like that. But anyways, we're an hour and 10 past. I think I'll maybe do a little taste of the news, and then we'll sign off for this fucking stupid ass podcast. Because I don't have a lot of faith in YouTube these years. In the new year, we're going to branch out to all kinds of places. Everything from iTunes to fucking Spotify. Hey, Spotify worked for Joe Rogan. Maybe it'll work for me, you know what I mean? And yeah. All right, well, I'm going to pour another drink. I'm going to do another bong hit. I'm going to take another pee. And I'm going to play another song for you. And that's what we're going to do here on this piece of shit show. I just hope you've enjoyed yourself. I hope you've watched the whole thing. And I hope, what the hell? Plants of life. I hope you do something for yourself this year. This song is called Plants of Life. Apparently it's off the BAA album. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Esqueça de regar as plantas da vida. Ensine as crianças. Vamos todos cooperar e dar um futuro melhor ao mundo. Nós temos que ativar a clorofila usando a nossa luz solar natural. Vamos fazer tudo verde e lindo. Sabe qual é? Fume maconha todo dia.
That's what I'm talking about. See, that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Is those kind of songs, those kind of lyrics, those kind of deep cuts from albums that you won't hear anywhere else. But on 420 FM. I don't know what I was about to play. I got 17 fucking Pornhub apps open. So yeah, I guess we're gonna end her off here in about 5 minutes. But oh my goodness, what do I see from someone I've missed for the whole year? I see a comment from Solstice XL, extra large Solstice. I want to wish you a happy winter solstice, which took place on the 21st of December. That's when I opened all my presents. That's when I celebrated the new year, was winter solstice. You guys are all muggles to me. You know, I've turned this year, I've turned this year from a devout Christian. You know what? I've been let down too many times by Jesus and God and all those bullshit ideas. So, you know, I'll still stay spiritual, but you know what? As far as that goes, who wants to weaken themselves with false ideals? I'm a fucking Roman. I shouldn't be fucking thinking of bullshit. I'm pouring myself a shot. I'm pouring myself some Valentine's Scotch whiskey right now. I'm going to have one more shot with y'all. I'm going to talk about my plans for the new year. And I might do a second video and do all the videos, and do all the and do all of the fucking news stories for this year that have really caught my fucking eye so far. We've got some Valentine's scotch in this fucking bottle here. I might do that after this, but yeah. Woohoo! How you doing, Solstice? I was wondering if you were gonna pop up on this broadcast, buddy. How's your year been? You got any developments you want to share with us? You got any fucking revelations you want to share? I shared with everybody earlier that I've become an anarchist this year as a political philosophy. So if I do indeed, as funny as it sounds, if I do indeed run for government, it will be under an Republican anarchist flag. Seems very counterintuitive to what anarchy stands for. But yeah, if I was to run, I'd run under that flag. And Solstice says, hell yeah. He says, hey, hell yeah. And he says, grand. It sounds like a British thing. And then he says, at work right now, but joined Gates' henchmen recently. What is Gates's henchman, Solstice? I would love to know. And Solstice, you've been a long time. Look at me cleaning my nose. You've been a long time contributor, Solstice. I would like to have you talk to me on the line this year. Because I think you're worth it, buddy. I think you've got a lot of nice shit to share, and I think that you'd have something to contribute to my personal ideals. Solstice says he recommends baby blood drinking. And if you're going to drink anything this year, it had better be Valentine's Scotch whiskey. This podcast is brought to you by Valentine's Scotch whiskey, official sponsor of this channel. And whoa, I almost hit my cat. And drinking blood. Blood drinking is an ancient tradition. And if you don't believe in the blood sacrifice of Jesus and that he died to cleanse your sins, well, you might as well go and suck off the demons of the other worlds. Because you're a bitch. Yeah. So anyways, we're gonna have the third drink of 2023. And I'm just gonna talk some shit about my business ideas for the last 5 minutes. And then we're gonna fucking log off. Maybe I'll start another video. Maybe I will get drunk and watch We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Solstice! I'm telling you right now, if I have one recommendation for you this year, it will be to watch the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast on YouTube. Watch the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast, because in addition to Kill Tony, this is going to be one of the after shows that I do. I'm going to watch this show, We Don't Smoke the Same, whenever it's on. Doesn't matter when it's on. It could be on at 2 a.m. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Nigga. They're going to take my channel down. Nigga. I'll put a hard R in there. Are you guys scared? Are you guys scared for me to say a hard R? Nigger. I think we'll still be up in the morning when I check. I don't think they're going to take my channel down. They don't take down channels that are tiny. I love all you black people. I would love to suck a black clit. I don't know about you watching at home. I'd love to lick a black asshole. A woman's asshole, but black asshole all the same. Solstice wants to come on. Says soon, maybe I'll come on, maybe in a bit. And he says, drink baby blood. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to have one more shot and talk about myself for another 5 minutes and one off here. Like I was saying, lots of stuff in Canadian politics that's really got my flowers in a bunch. At first, I was thinking I will never be involved in the system. Now I'm thinking I might run just to get my ideas out there. But I think 2023 is going to be a big year for me. I think it's going to be a big year for this brand. And now that I wouldn't say I've gotten over my grief, but I've learned how to deal with it. Now I've learned how to deal with this grief. I'm going to be shooting for the stars this year. And anybody, all I got to say is anybody who comes along with me and with this brand and with this team is going to the top. Solstice XL, you are one of those people. British guy whose name I don't remember. You're one of those people. Steve, what's his name? Steve Lopro, who made this comment earlier. Steve Lopro, you are part of that team. That is the same team. That is the collective. Same team! Scotch. I want y'all to take a shot, take a bong hit, or whatever you fucking do, and show some respect. And take some fucking alcoholic beverages or some fucking cannabis. Or some NOS if you have NOS. To the new year. May it be free of bullshit. May it be prosperous for all who seek freedom. And independent prosperity. Fuck King Charlie. Fuck King Charlie. Fuck King Charlie. And fuck Elizabeth's gross, rotten vagina fucking corpse. What a dirty old whore. I'd fuck a lot of old ladies, but not a lizard beast. Her vagina probably smells like rotten chicken shit. Here's to a new year and fuck the crown. Here's to freedom. Oh. Shout out to Phil Billy Moonshine. Check out that channel if you don't want to be a poor bitch who can't even afford to drink. Something just came out of this cup, but you can't see it. How the fuck are you, buddy?
Hello. Happy New
How's it
Year.
going, pal?
Hey.
Doing that fucking happy New Year to you too, Soul Tick. Who is this?
Yeah.
Is this Solstice?
I'm your number one caller here.
No way. We've got the number one fan,
your number one
contributor. No, you definitely are, buddy. You've watched almost every stream I've done, buddy. I can't even believe you're not a government agent.
I just wanted to say, really? Oh, because I went Bill Gates' henchman, so I've been watching every stream, checking in to see how the minions are doing.
Absolutely, buddy. What have you done this year? Have you had a good year this year or a bad year?
Awful year.
Really? Well, normally I'd say that's
Yeah.
terrible, but I've had an awful year too, so I'm glad. I'm glad to hear you've suffered with me this fucking year.
Unfortunately,
Why? What's been so bad about your year?
this channel.
What's that? This channel?
This channel was the worst part. I just wanted to wish a happy New Year to everybody watching. Peace out. Bye.
Solstice! Thank you for calling in, even though if that was a troll or what. You're totally right. The worst part of your year had to be this channel because I posted maybe 2 videos and they both suck dick. Speaking of which, you should probably check out Afro Man. Listen, a lot of you people like Colt 45. A lot of people like Drunk driver, Colt 45er. Check out Afro Man. Afro Man is putting out the hits to this day. 2020 fucking 3. Afro Man is slinging heat. If I've got 3 musical fucking recommendations for you, is Afro Man, who is still putting out hits to this day. It's Afro Man. Gorillaz have been putting out fire since 2007. And Gorillaz are still putting out new songs to this day. If you want new music that's fitting into the classic rock, rap, classic music genre, check out the Gorillaz with the previous co-founder of Blur. Okay? The Gorillaz, and who else? Wax, the #1 fucking rapper / music artist on this channel. So that's the Gorillaz, Wax, and the third one, I don't remember because I'm pretty drunk. Fuck. But shout out to Solstice XL. Thank you for fucking shouting out the fucking podcast. And all I gotta say is, anything that Solstice does, I'll be 100% behind. And even though I might be the high and mighty Joe Rogan of this bunch, anybody that's ever supported me or tried to make a joke or try to make me laugh, I fucking love you guys. I'm sorry that I haven't been fucking what I should be. You're right. You know why the worst part of your year was this channel and this podcast? Is because I am the coolest person that has ever fucking lived. I'm the coolest person that has ever fucking lived. Okay? If you think, hold on a second. If you think, fuck are we talking about? Anyway, well, I'd say we got 3 minutes left in this show. And out of all the fucking New Year's Eve specials that we've done, I think this has probably been the worst one. So all I was going to say is I apologize if you've wasted your time on this. We've got a lot of big shit coming up in 2023. This is going to be the year we finally pop off. So if you see a little video about Bill Gates, somebody else, critiquing Jimmy Dore, Canadian politics, click on that shit. Because we need your support here at this piece of shit channel. Like Solstice said, that's been the worst thing of his year. This channel. Why? Because when you put out such a big promise, such a juicy fucking promise of what could be, what will be, and what should be, people get mad if you don't fulfill that promise. I want to apologize to everybody who subscribed and watched these stupid videos. Because I've written a big check and my big old mouth wasn't ready to cash. But when you lose so much in your life, you realize that life itself is utterly meaningless, devoid of love, and really the only thing you have in life is legacy. You realize you better leave a good legacy. Because if you want to have students that follow you, you gotta say something that you know is fucking rad. Anyway, happy fucking 23. It's a new fucking year. It's finally here. And I'm fucking sick of it already. 2022 is the worst year of my life. More people in my life fucking died than ever before. And I've been drinking every day every fucking day since May. My mustache is itchy. Anyway, next time you see a video, I hope you're not a bitch. I hope you click on the fucking video. Hope if you haven't already, you subscribe, but that's a waste of my time. Honestly, I just hope you have a fucking fruitful year. And if you're one of the hardcore people, I hope you're not such a pussy. You actually come on here, you talk to me live, you give me your opinions. Because that's half of this show is I want to hear what the average person thinks. And don't be a bitch. My liver's killing me. Is it my back or my liver? This has been the worst New Year's Rockin' New Year's Eve ever. I might cover a few news stories, or I might fucking pass out right behind me and lay on the couch and piss myself. I don't care right now. That's why you should drink liquor. If you believe in me, if you believe in this channel, hold on to your seat. 2023, we're going deep. You want to know why? You're dealing with Liquor Man. Embodiment. The living embodiment. The incarnation of Scotch whiskey as a man. Thank you for turning into this piece of shit show. If you watched, I am very sorry. And all I gotta say is, happy fucking crappy fucking New Year. Bitch. See, not a lot of people know this. But when you're smoking a bomb, when you take your finger out of the choke, you can smoke. You can inhale all the smoke that's trapped in the bong. It's basically a hole you keep your finger on. So, anyways, thanks to everyone who tunes in this turd piece of shit. Maybe when I'm Joe Rogan famous, this will be a more popular video. But as for now, it's a footnote in podcast history. And all I gotta say is, we got big dreams on this channel. We've been writing big checks that my mouth can't cash. I've been depending on other people, other people's talents, and other people's support for my vision. And all I can say is, when you have a vision, when you have a dream, when you have something in your mind of creative capacity that you think can become physical reality, as most of the stuff in our world is, it began in someone's imagination. If you have that idea, don't give up on it. Don't devalue it. And believe in it more than you believe in God. Because I assure you, your creative value as a human being, whatever the fuck this life means, is the most valuable thing you could ever hold in your hands. When you think of a unique thought, a joke, a skit, a song, a rap lyric, you are the creator. I love everybody who's ever subscribed to this stupid channel. Share it with your dumbass friends. We all know they're dumb. We all know your friends are stupid. We all know out of the 5 or 10 people that you hang out with, you are the smartest one. People you hang out with are genetic and intellectual trash. Recycling. And you need to discard them or move them along the food chain. Because you's the emperor, nigga. You is the emperor. Anybody who listens to this show, all 90 fucking one of you are born leaders. How do I know? because I've watched over 300 infomercials and I've bought 400 infomercial products. So do the math, bitch! Kill Tony every Monday at 9 p.m. New York Central Time. We've got the fucking Joey's Joint with Uncle Joey. We've got Darren Carter's Pocket Party podcast. We've got We Don't Smoke the Same. We've got We Might Be Drunk. We've got the Jimmy Dore Show for communist sympathizers, which I still watch, and I'm not a communist sympathizer. And what else we got? We got the CoreBetReport.com, CoreBetReport.com, CORBETT report.com. We got Media Monarchy, spelled just how you think, MediaMonarchy.com. We've got FreedomPhoenix.com. And those are my shout outs and recommendations for 2023. And all I got to say is stay tuned to this channel. We're going to be putting out some articles this year. We're going to be putting out some videos. And if you don't support us, you are a communist piece of shit. Remember this day, folks. Because you know what? I might not be infallible, but I am your great leader, and I am nothing, and I am everything. And so are you. And the moment you realize that is the moment you will be free. We have all the power, and we have none of the power. I'm Al Wootten. And this, I almost said this is We Don't Smoke the Same. I'm telling you, check out that show. This is Al Wooten's Rockin' New Year's Eve. The next Rockin' New Year's Eve you watch is gonna have comedians. I'm starting stand-up comedy open mics this year. I hope you know, you fucking losers. The next fucking New Year's Eve special you watch is gonna have comics from the local Ottawa circuit, maybe somebody special from out of town. We're gonna have musical guests. We're going to have political influence guests, people who are doing shit in the community of Ottawa and or Canada. We're going to have people who are making podcasts and making fun stuff happen. And what's the last one on this list of crazy fucking guests for a New Year's Eve fucking party we're going to have? We're going to have you, the dirty, degenerate, low-life scumbag, drug addict, alcoholic, sex addict. Did I already say degenerate? Pervert, fucking scumbag that is known as you, the viewer of 100% Canadian maple syrup. He said it. Oh, we're gonna have you, the viewer, as a guest. So just remember, this channel is yours, but it's mainly mine. I'm Al Wootten, and this has been Al Wooten's Rockin' New Year's Eve. And I'm not sorry for anything I've said, and I'm not sorry that you have had to watch this shit. I'm gonna smoke some weed and fucking watch We Don't Smoke the Same podcast and think about what I'm going to do for a YouTube video for 2023. More YouTube videos coming this year. So pitch in and say something. We'll never censor you on this channel, but we will berate you and make fun of you and tell you to kill yourself. I'm Al Wootten. This is 100% Canadian maple syrup, and you're watching Al Wooten's Rockin' New Year's Eve. You fucking mongoloid idiot. You fucking left-wing Democrat scum! You Republican, conservative piece of shit! You make me sick! Thanks for watching. in the Navy. You could suck a lot of cock in the Navy. Gravy might want to mock in the Navy. Do in the Navy. Happy 2023. I'll see you this year. Peace, nigger! Nigger.